So have you ever wondered why the rich get richer and the poor stay poor? It's a question that's plagued society for generations, and the answer, surprisingly, isn't just about hard work or luck, not at all. In the now 30 years of working with thousands of individuals of all walks of life, including hundreds of very, very wealthy individuals, and one perfect example is my very close friend, Robert Kiyosaki. There's a secret to their success that I've witnessed over the years, and it's probably not what you think, or maybe not what you want to hear. You see, when I speak around the world, a lot of times with Robert, and we're hanging around talking to the attendees at these events, we hear so often from individuals, John, Robert, thinking about getting into multi-level marketing. I'm thinking about getting into commercial real estate. I'm thinking about starting a digital marketing business, or I'm thinking about doing affiliate marketing. What do you think about cryptocurrency? What about day trading? And these people, many of them are financially desperate and very vulnerable. They'll run off and spend thousands of dollars on programs hoping that something magically is going to transform their financial life. Essentially, what I call it, they're buying hope in a box, thinking that jumping into cryptocurrency is going to transform their financial life. And that's where they go wrong. You see, wealth is not created overnight. There are no get rich quick schemes. And there is no such thing as passive income. Every successful entrepreneur, or any entrepreneur for that matter, will tell you that the idea of passive income is an absolute myth. I will tell you that firsthand. If you're an investor or an entrepreneur, there's no such thing as sitting back while the cash just pours in. There is a tremendous amount of hard work that goes into the life of an entrepreneur, no matter what asset class you're in. So let me let you in on the secret to building wealth, significant wealth. And this is the key and the number one reason why certain people become rich and wealthy while most people continue to struggle. And I look at my own life over the years and the success I've had at a very early age. And then I look at the people I work with that I personally know that have become multimillionaires. It boils down to this. It's all about staying informed. Yes, that's right. You heard me correctly. And before you roll your eyes and say to me, John, just tell me what stock to buy. What business should I start? What cryptocurrency should I get into? Telling you, you must know this and embrace it. The rich are highly informed about what's going on in the world, and that knowledge gives them a significant edge in finding opportunities to grow their wealth. On the flip side, those who stay poor often miss out because they're not paying attention to the world around them. You know, my years of working with hundreds of very wealthy people, I've discovered a common thread. The wealthy have an insatiable appetite for information. They constantly consume news, keep up with current events, and understand economic trends. They know what's happening in politics, technology, global markets, and many more things. And this knowledge allows them to spot opportunities that most people miss. By contrast, many people who struggle financially spend their time differently. They're typically engrossed in Netflix series, endless scrolling through social media, TikTok, or engaging in other distractions that don't add value to their financial future. Look, it's not that there's anything wrong with entertainment or social media, not at all. But when these activities consume your time at the expense of staying informed, you miss out on the knowledge that could radically change your life. And here's the kicker. All the information you need to succeed is out there and it's available for free at your fingertips. You have all the information you need that the wealthy have as well. It's an even playing field, folks. We live in the information age where the internet provides a wealth of knowledge on virtually any topic you can think of. You know this. From financial news to educational videos to articles on the latest technological advances, the tools to educate yourself and stay ahead are more accessible than ever before. So let me break this down a little bit further. Wealthy individuals don't just passively consume information, they actively seek it out. They read books, subscribe to financial newsletters, attend seminars, and engage with content that expands their understanding of the world. They understand that being informed is the key to identifying and capitalizing on opportunities. And by the way, let me just say this. The wealthy are no smarter than you are. I guarantee it. In fact, I would argue that most successful entrepreneurs or investors were poor students and never got good grades and went to just average schools and they didn't grow up with wealth. So please put that negative and self-sabotaging belief aside as the reason why you're struggling. It's not the case. Most of these people I know started with nothing or very little, but what they did do is they made their financial future a major priority in their life for themselves and their family. And I spend a lot of time in Arizona when I do, I stay at Robert's house. It's practically my home away from home. And the one thing you'll notice in Robert's kitchen are stacks of books. And one thing I noticed from the very beginning is that Robert doesn't just read a book, he devours it. And by the time he's done with the book, and by the way, he finishes books, which most people don't do. But by the time he's done with the book, it is loaded with those little tabs identifying places where he wants to go back and review, which he will do. And by the way, he will read a book 2, 3, or 4 times. Robert calls me on a regular basis, asking me for my thoughts, information, my knowledge on certain topics that are happening in the economy. He's always asking me, hey, John, what does this mean when the bond market does this? John, explain to me how this inverted yield curve works and what does that mean? John, what do you see for interest rates and why do you see them rising? Whatever. John, did you see the latest report on XYZ? And we have these conversations all the time. And it's not just me he's calling. He's calling his entire team of advisors, constantly picking people's brains. In fact, every Thursday morning, every single Thursday, Robert and his group of advisors, we all get together on a Zoom call and we discuss a certain video or a book or article that one of us sent out to study. We are always studying and looking for new information. And by the way, everything we study is on YouTube, a podcast, a book, or an article. There's no inside information that we're discussing that you don't have access to. And for example, when a new technology emerges, the wealthy are often the first to invest because they've been following the trends and understand its potential impact. They've seen this coming up because they've been following this. And when there's a shift in economic policy, the rich know how to adjust their investments because they've been paying attention. They don't just react to news, they anticipate it, preparing themselves to take advantage of changes in the market. And meanwhile, those who are less informed, they just miss out. They might hear about opportunities long after the wealthy have already taken action. They might not understand the significance of economic changes or how to navigate them because they haven't been staying informed. And because they're not in the know, they can't make informed decisions that really can improve their financial situation. So staying informed is not just about consuming news, but it's really about understanding and analyzing it and then taking advantage of it. It's about knowing what to look for and how to interpret that information you receive. And this skill is developed over time. It doesn't happen overnight. And we all start at one point in life, but it starts with making a conscious effort to stay engaged with the world around you. And if you want to change your financial future, you've got to start by changing your habits. And I tell everybody, especially my cash flow students, that they have to get into the habit of checking the economy and the financial news every single morning. And I strongly suggest you do the same. Start off by taking 10 minutes in the morning while you're having your coffee. Go to Yahoo Finance, free app, or a stock app on your iPhone, and read the latest news on what's going on in the markets or the economy. Get in the habit of understanding what's going on. Get familiar with the terms that are being used. Understand why certain markets are moving that particular day, or why a certain sector or industry is moving under specific economic situations. And I share a lot of those stories and those opportunities on this YouTube channel. Just dedicate 10 minutes in the morning to pull up an article or two and read what's happening. It really can make a difference in your future. And if you start doing that and incorporate that on a daily basis, I'm telling you, a world of new opportunity that you never thought existed will emerge. And given what I do, I spend at least an hour in the morning religiously. And by the way, it's not work to me, it's passion. I love knowing what's going on because I love finding new opportunities. Dedicate time each day to read the news, follow financial markets, and learn about global events. Educate yourself on economic principles and how they affect your investments. Educate yourself on political regulations and how they will affect the overall economy. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who value knowledge and information. Because the more you know, the more you'll see opportunities where others don't. Remember, the difference between getting rich and staying poor boils down to one thing, and it's staying informed. The wealthy understand this, and that's why they keep getting richer. They know that knowledge is power and that being informed is the key to unlocking wealth. So take control of your financial future today by making information a priority in your life. Your future self will thank you.